Welcome to the Inside Slant. I'm your boy Geroy Simon. It's Super Bowl, the biggest game in NFL football history. Now, before I break down these two teams, before I make my picks, I got to give you guys a little bit of information. PlayNow.com has over 107 different bets, as well as novelty bets. Things like who will win the coin toss, who's going to be the MVP, the color of the Gatorade that will splash the winning Harbaugh. Now, this is the Har Bowl, Super Bowl. All right? So I'll get more into that later on, but I got to break down these two teams. Okay, first up, I'm going to talk about San Francisco. All right? San Francisco, a lot of people believe that they would be in the Super Bowl. Now, I kind of was one of them. They got a very good team. But, 2 weeks ago, they went to Atlanta. They were down 17 points. Everybody thought that Atlanta was going to run away with this thing. But guess what? San Francisco, they're a team that perseveres. They're a team that's been through a lot of controversy. They're a resilient bunch. They kept fighting, kept doing it, got themselves back in the game, and found a way to win at the end of the game. Now, things to look for. Vernon Davis. He's a Turk. I gotta mention Vernon Davis. Big time tight end, one of the fastest guys in the NFL. Not even just tight ends, but in the whole NFL. Look for Vernon Davis to have a big game, as he did last week. When Kaepernick first got in there, he wasn't throwing the ball that much, but now he's found his comfort level with Vernon. Look for Vernon to have a big game, run around in the middle of the field. That's where tight ends mostly have their big games. So look for Vernon to have a big game. Frank Gore, what can you say? He's a great running back. I don't think he's going to have a huge game, but he'll have an effective game. San Fran likes to run the ball. They got to keep the defense honest. So look for Frank Gore to have an effective game, not necessarily a huge game, because Baltimore's run defense is pretty freaking good. Colin Kaepernick, the quarterback, the young stud, he can throw it. Everybody knows how big his arm is. He can run it. He runs like Randy Moss, basically, from the quarterback position. Big, long, strong arm. Look for Kaepernick to have a big game against his defense, because they have to watch out for Frank Gore. And, that read option that they run, it's going to be I think it's going to be effective against Baltimore's defense. Another guy to look out for is Michael Crabtree. Big-time receiver. He's really coming to his own this year. Had a huge year. Look for him to be effective in the passing game. Now, San Fran's defense, one of the best in the league, led by Patrick Willis and Aldon Smith. Aldon Smith, obviously, he's going to get after the quarterback. Look for him to get after Flacco and 1 or 2 sacks in the game. Patrick Willis, he's probably the best middle linebacker in football right now. And those DBs of San Fran, they come downhill. They're looking with bad intentions. These guys want to separate the ball carrier from the ball. These guys will hit you and hit you hard. Now, I'm moving over to Baltimore. Baltimore is led by Ray Lewis. 17 years of greatness. This guy has got this team believing. He's got them drinking the Kool-Aid. These guys, no one ever thought that Baltimore was going to win the Super, or even they were going to be in the Super Bowl, let alone have a chance to win it. But Ray Lewis has these guys going in the right direction. I know I did not believe that Baltimore was even going to make it to the Super Bowl, but they proved everybody wrong because they believe. The thing is about professional athletes, I'm gonna give you guys a quick secret. If you have a professional athlete who believes something, they are dangerous. So watch out for the Baltimore Ravens. Joe Flacco has been pretty freaking good in the playoffs. Now look at the list of elite quarterbacks that he's beaten in the playoffs. He's beaten Andrew Luck. He's beaten Peyton Manning. He's beaten touchdown Tom Brady. He's made his case for saying that he was an elite quarterback at the beginning of the year. I know when he said it at the beginning of the year, he said, yeah, he's an elite quarterback. I kind of laughed it off because I was like, this guy, he's foolish. He's trying to fool everybody. But he's made his case. He's in the Super Bowl. He's beaten 3 of the top quarterbacks in the league. in the playoffs when it really counts. So you got to give Joe Flacco props. Look for this dude to get paid. Dollar signs, dollar signs, dollar signs. The dude is going to get paid this offseason because he's doing a great job. I got to give him credit. Okay. Now, Baltimore's defense, they're a very solid group. You know, they don't allow 100-yard rushers. So, like I said, Frank Gore, he'll be effective, but I don't believe that he'll have over 100 yards. Maybe him and Kaepernick combined will have 100 yards, but one of those guys will not have 100 yards by themselves. What they'll have to do to win this game is, obviously, they're going to have to throw it over top to Torrey Smith, another Maryland Terrapin, great receiver, young receiver, fast guy. He can get over the top, but they're going to have to get some turnovers, okay? Their defense is going to have to turn the ball over to get Flacco more possessions against this defense, San Francisco, who's very good. And like I said, they come downhill and they try to separate you from the ball. And a way they can do that is Pollard, the safety, he comes downhill. He will blow you up. But Ed Reed, now this guy has picked off everybody. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. He's picked everybody off. So look for him to bait Kaepernick into making a throw because Kaepernick has that big arm. He trusts it. Ed Reed will be patrolling the secondary. Look for him to get some turnovers, get another possession for Baltimore's offense because they're going to need it. Okay, now this is the Hard Bowl. This is the first time there are brothers coaching in the Super Bowl. Actually, it's not the first time. It's the first time there's blood brothers. But the last time there has been some brothers in the Super Bowl. Back in, I think, 2006, Tony Dungy and Lovie Smith, they were brothers. But there's two blood brothers, Jim and John Harbaugh, two brothers in this game. It's going to be a great game. It's been a great week leading up to it. So I got to give you my pick now. Now this is a tough decision for me because I believe that San Fran has the better team all around, but there's a team in Baltimore that really believes in their situation. They really believe that they can get it done. Obviously, they believe because, you know, they wouldn't be here if they didn't. They're trying to win for Ray, just as the Pittsburgh Steelers did back in 2005 when they wanted to win for Jerome Bettis. So here's my pick for the Super Bowl champions of 2013. The San Francisco 49ers will be the champions of the Super Bowl, the champions of the NFL. So there you go. That's my pick. Now, before I get out of here, we've had plenty weeks of me picking, of me, all my antics. But I want to say thank you to the BC Lions organization for giving me an opportunity to be your Superman for the last 12 years. I'm moving on to the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and I'm really excited, really pumped for the 2013 season. I'm ready to go and just be an elite receiver that I have been over the past years. It's been a great ride here in BC, but I'm looking forward to the challenge of 2013 wearing the green and white. So go Riders. This is PlayNow.com's Inside Slant, and I'm Geroy Simon, your boy, and I am out.